Professional boxer Adrien Broner is in a lot of hot water right now, and to be fair, he's brought a lot of it on himself.
I beg your pardon?
Now, the last fight that Adrien Broner had was in June 7th of 2024. He fought Blair Cobbs in, I believe, a 10-round bout in which he lost. That was the last time he had a fight, and since then, the bag has run out, of course. So he turned to what a lot of professional people or people that have a big name have turned to in recent years. He is now an IRL streamer. He linked up with Dean the Great, I believe, in April or May of 2026. He actually started back in early 2026 as a new source of income and media promotion. And I think around July or May, he linked up with Dean the Great, and he's been out to the races ever since. But recently, Adrien Broner did something on stream that got him in a lot of water. He's done a lot of questionable things on stream, but this one took the cake, all right? So let's go here to Complex. This article here is from complex.com, and you see the title. We're going to read this, but first, before we do, we're going to get into the video that actually got him in the heat or the hot water. It says Adrien Broner sued for sexual battery accused of extreme and outrageous conduct. Dean the Great is also accused of defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Where is it?
Enemy spotted.
Now, before we get into this article and read it, I want to show you the video that perfectly describes what he did. He was on stream one day, or one morning rather, and I guess the night before there's a woman he was dealing with that maybe didn't give him the play that he wanted, right, of a intimate nature. And so he woke up that morning, and what he did to this woman was extremely humiliating, okay? Check this out.
By myself. Hey, nah, I'm like, chill, guy.
Look what you started.
Hey, bro.
Why fight today? Yeah. You gonna be here? You gonna sell some? You gonna run on niggas? You too.
Now,
Enemy spotted.
you heard what he said, right? He basically told her, and he told a couple other women the same thing. If you don't perform fellatio on him, then he is going to pour water on you. Let me read the caption of this video just so you can get the full context, all right? Let me make it bigger. Here we go. Here's the woman who's suing Adrien Broner for alleged battery. According to the lawsuit, she claims Broner pressured her into having intercourse, which she says she refused. She alleges that her and her friends stayed at his home that night, and that the following morning, Broner poured ice water on her during a live stream. She says the incident caused her humiliation and emotional distress. And to be fair, I don't blame her. What he did was flagrant, mad disrespectful. And again, you have money, you're popular, you're a streamer. I get it, there's groupies around all the time, but these streamers are going to start getting into more and more trouble like this by, being, crossing boundaries with these women, these groupies that are coming on stream with them, all right? So let's get back to the Complex article. It says here, Adrien Broner has been accused of assault and his stream partner, Dean the Great, of defamation in a lawsuit filed last month in Los Angeles. The suit from a woman named Havana Saint accused the two men of extreme and outrageous conduct exceeding all bounds of tolerated in a civilized society. All bounds tolerated in a civilized society during a stream of live streams in early June. Man, sorry for my Alabama education, y'all. In the suit, she alleges that during a series of live stream events between June 2nd and June 8th, Broner repeatedly pressured plaintiff for activity after repeated refusals, attempted to isolate plaintiff, repeatedly pressured plaintiff while intoxicated, attempted unwanted physical contact, publicly humiliated plaintiff, and made false sexual statements about plaintiff to a live stream audience. Man, and again, you saw the video, right? So the stuff that she's saying, or that the plaintiff rather is describing in this lawsuit, is not untrue. He did all these things. He humiliated her by throwing that water on her and pressured her by saying, are you going to do you know what? If not, you're going to get this treatment until I get what I want, right? Dean the Great is accused of repeatedly and falsely telling the live stream audience that Saint had engaged in contact with multiple individuals. Man, okay. Kick, the streaming platform that Broner and Dean both use, is being sued for negligence for failing to remove content involving Saint, investigate Broner and Dean's alleged behavior, or suspend their accounts. So not only are they suing the duo, but she's also coming for the platform. Now, stuff like this gets people kicked off of platforms, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, all right? Kick, I'm sure, is going back through these guys' live stream. They're watching this stuff because they got people, of course, these platforms have people watching and reviewing content and accounts. They're probably going back through these guys' live streams. And if there's enough behavior here that's of a negative nature, these guys can get kicked off the platform, right? Much like your boy, what's his name? I'm sorry, freaking A.
I had an ADHD moment. I had an ancestral diversion for higher development. What was I saying?
Chud the Builder, that's right, I'm sorry. Saint says in her complaint that on June 2nd, she met Broner at an event in Los Angeles and was invited to an after party with him and Dean in Encino. Once there, she says Broner encouraged her to continue drinking to the point where she was unable to drive home. She agreed to stay the night and was provided a room where she attempted to go to sleep immediately. However, per the complaint, Broner repeatedly and persistently pressured her to perform intimate acts, even after she said she wasn't interested in men. Man, oh man.
Ain't no fucking way.
Okay, so either she is or she played that card so that he would leave her alone. Either way, I guess it didn't work. After a while, she alleges Broner exposed his genitals and physically grabbed her hand in an attempt to force or pressure her to engage in intimate conduct against her wishes. Gentlemen, that is yes, actual A, that's SA, that is, man, whew, oh boy. Okay. The following day, under circumstances Saint described as coercive, she followed the two men into several public places while still in her pajamas. Later that same day, she returned to the Encino house after being told that there was another gathering at which a lot of people would be present. She alleged that Broner continued attempting to pressure her and repeatedly attempted to kiss and touch her without consent, and that it was all live streamed. Where is the sound effect?
Enemy spotted.
Man, oh man, oh man. Proof in the pudding. I'm pretty sure they've downloaded by now. I'm pretty sure the lawyer or her legal team has downloaded this very stream, and they've gone through with a fine-tooth comb, and every time he was inappropriate with her or seemingly inappropriate with her, they got it on video. On June 5th, Saint says Broner allegedly made statements on livestream insinuating intimate contact with her before changing his story when being told to stop lying. At a separate incident on June 8th, Saint says that Broner threw a bucket of cold water on her without her consent in front of 20,000 live stream viewers.
Ain't no way.
Man, oh man.
Ain't no fucking way.
An incident, she says, that was clipped and reposted multiple times. Yes, it was, because we just watched it. He also allegedly told her something along the lines of, give me dome. I'm using that for YouTube purposes, by the way, but y'all see, y'all reading it. Give me dome or leave. And continued to tell his live stream audience falsely that the two had already had intercourse before, once again backtracking. He told this woman that you gonna give me some of that shake weight action or you got to go. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Dean the Great, for his part, is accused of saying that Saint slept with everybody multiple times on live stream. Complex has reached out to Saint for comment, but she did not immediately respond. Boy. Again, if we got the clip that I just showed you from that same live stream, I don't know if it's still on Kick. I haven't looked, but if it still is, they haven't taken it down yet. These gentlemen are in a lot of trouble. I hope for their sake they took it down. All right. As soon as they got the lawsuit, not before, because there was another video where Adrien Broner, this woman was getting up from her seat, getting ready to leave somewhere, I guess leave the venue that they were all at. And Adrien Broner kind of tries to grab the woman's buttocks before she walks out, and she's leaving the venue, and she's on stream, and she's basically telling them that this never happened to her before. She's about to start crying. And this is, I'm telling you, we all know when one comes out, there's at least 2, 3, 4, 10 more behind, right? So Dean the Great better protect his bag. Adrien Broner better watch out. He's been the most flagrant out of the two. Between the two, the duo of Dean the Great and Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner, he's always drunk on stream. He's always pushing stuff to the limit. He's always doing outrageous stuff. He's always talking down or talking sideways to the women on there because he's a former boxer and he's a big guy and all that. He's in trouble, man. He's in trouble. This is gonna be the first of many. Y'all watch and see, right? But y'all see it, right? Y'all saw the video. You see the title. Adrien Broner sued for inappropriate acts, accused of extreme and outrageous conduct. This will not be the last of this type of litigation against Adrien Broner and Dean the Great. You saw it. With that being said, thank you for attending another episode of Armchair Anchorman. I'm just a normie in a computer chair to give y'all the latest and greatest in front of this nice webcams that look so cool. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell will be out of the door. And Adrien Broner, remember, bro, reality checks are free. See you next time.